Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now, today is Sunday, so you know what that means. We're going around the net with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. So on the docket for today, we have a lot of quick hits. We've got some new airline cards from Qatar Airways. We have American Express fixing a business platinum feature that I'm excited about, which means the rest of you Amex fans probably don't care about it at all because it's not a coupon. And of course, we have some U.S. bank stories, some interested elevated offers on the business side, and then we have them fixing a fan favorite in the Altitude Reserve, making everything right. So of course, all that and more. So go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. So we will start lead off with Qatar Airways. Now, believe it or not, Qatar Airways actually has credit cards. The reason I know this is because I was looking through this story. I ended up on their website, and I was like, why is all this in non-USD? And sure enough, they were issued by Doha Bank, I believe it is, which is not in the U.S. But now they're going to have cards for the American market. Well, soon they are, because you have a wait list, as you can see. And you've got two options here. So you could join for the Visa Signature or the Visa Infinite. We don't have information on either of these, but you do need to join the waitlist by May 3rd, and if you do, well, the Visa Signature, you'll get an additional 5,000 points on whatever the intro offer becomes, and the Infinite will give you 10,000 points extra whatever the intro offer becomes. I do think this is a little bit interesting. I mean, I don't know what the cards are going to entail, but one is a Visa Infinite. Visa Infinite's generally in the $400 price range. When you look at the Sapphire Reserve, the Altitude Reserve, which we're going to talk about later, and of course the Capital One Venture X. So I'd imagine that was going to be a little bit pricey, but come with some decent benefits, your usual benefits, priority pass, probably a travel credit, insurances, things like that. But they also earn Avios, I'm told, and Avios are the same credit points currency that British Airways, Iberia, and Aer Lingus own. You guys should be proud of me for naming all these travel cards. Not that I wrote it down. Anyways, those are all with Chase, so you would kind of assume maybe Chase would have gotten these cards, but they're going with cardless, so cardless is a decent track record, so they could be pretty interesting there. So I know very little about the Airways, but new cards are fun, so when they eventually come out, of course, we will cover them probably right here on a Sunday show, so you can let me know down below if you are a Qatar Airways fan, or what your strategy is for earning some extra Avios, and if you can get them to British Airways or whatnot. I could see some usefulness there. So with that, we will jump to an American Express story next that makes me very happy. The Business Platinum Card. The Business Platinum Card has the power to cash out your membership reward points at 1 cent a point. I believe if you're cashing out to an American Express business checking account, which I happen to have, a real business checking account, and I do have the Business Platinum. Amex trolls can go crazy in the comments, but we just covered it last Thursday on the What's in My Wallet video, where they offered me like $200K to get it. Well, that feature to cash out at 1 cent a point had been missing. And now I believe you could still do it if you phoned in. They could manually do it, but just the option to do it was not present. Well, that option has now been restored. And of course, we have a few, I checked, and it's there. We had a few other people comment, and it is there as well, which again doesn't benefit the majority of people here. I'm well aware that most people are going to find better use for their MR points, but I've got almost like 350, 400,000 membership reward points, believe it or not, sitting in my account from the gold card offer, from this offer, various things, probably closer to 325, I guess, for being accurate between the two. But anyhow, that would be my plan to cash them out. So it's just nice that you won't actually have to phone in to American Express and get that done. Of course, I'm going to try to run through the rest of the business MR earning cards, being the BBP, and then, of course, the business green, just because why not? So, there you go. If you are like me looking for an extra cash out option and do not get a total haircut on MR points, well, there's another point for the Business Platinum. At one point, there was a $250K offer going around. It was targeted, but it was like a widely targeted option. So just throwing that out there. I don't have a link or anything, or we would be plugging it. Now we move on to U.S. Bank. And, these offers, I think, are worth talking about a little bit. So U.S. Bank is running elevated offers on some of their business cards. Now, originally, we had a source reach out and say, hey, they had them in branch. Well, these offers have now come online. If you go to the U.S. Bank site directly, they're not actually there, which is weird, but there is a link for them, still a public link. So I'll kind of flip through them on screen, but again, it's not all the cards, but it is the interesting one. So I actually have the Altitude Power right now. That one I believe is still at 750, which is what I'm working through. You don't want the Platinum one, of course, because Platinum, right? But the other three, the Triple Cash is normally 500. I don't remember all their offers, what their base is. I think the Triple Cash is normally 5, gets up to 6. Business Connect, I don't remember what the normal offer is on that one. one, unfortunately, but that one's in there as well. And then the leverage card as well, which is an odd color green here because I have the card myself. That one's up to 900, and that'd probably be the one that I would go for. Now, I do have the leverage card. I've almost had it for 1 year, so I won't get this one again. And they just denied me for the Shopper Cash Rewards card, so we probably won't get any of them, unfortunately. But I do think it's worth checking these out. And I don't have links to any of these U.S. Bank cards, by the way, but for a few reasons. One, because $900 is the high. The high on the leverage when I got it was $750, so that's definitely an upgrade. But number two, U.S. Bank, for all the things they mess up, they do their offers pretty well in the fact that for the majority of the cards, they do waive the annual fee in year number one. The Altitude Power card, which is a terrible card, but I still wanted the bonus, is not waived, but the leverage card was waived in year number one, so you don't have to worry about that, and it's $95 fee. And then number two, again, it's elevated, but they also give you about 5 months, 120 days to hit the spend, which is much more reasonable than like the 90 days that everyone else gives you. So you end up, by the time they ship the thing to you, it's like 4.5 months. So for that reason, I would look at it. Other reason is because U.S. Bank also has, really good business and personal checking offers that we talk about on Run on the Bank, the second channel dedicated to bank promotions, and then of course ProfitfulContent.com. Now, it's been a long-standing thing where U.S. Bank, while they are like the fifth largest bank and a national power, you can only get a deposit account with them if you're an existing customer. And the way to become an existing customer used to be through getting a brokerage account. I've read reports that that's been blocked. I can't confirm that. I've read, or for just what I've read. And then getting a credit card. You can get a credit card in any place. If not, you have to have a U.S. Bank branch in your state to be able to get the deposit account. So, because these are elevated offers, you can see where I'm going. You might as well get an elevated offer, get the credit card. Then especially if you're into bonus hunting, well, you should definitely give it a try because you can make a lot more money. But again, then it gets you in for that as well. So for that reason, I would strongly consider them. Again, I don't have links. We will probably do a dedicated bonus video to each one of these, or just all in one video on the second channel at some point. I think these run through June. But anyways, I made my case. I think the leverage one is the one to get. The triple cash is a good card and could be a keeper for some people, but because the leverage is the highest, I would just go for the highest. So there is that. Now, if you're already a customer of U.S. Bank and you have an Altitude Reserve, which does have a cult following, apparently the mobile wallet, which is like the primary reason people like this card, the mobile wallet multiplier was broken for some time now. And I'll be honest, I didn't see this one. I didn't realize it had been broken, but U.S. Bank has acknowledged that, and they've put out a statement. So let's take a look at that. And here you have it. We recently identified a technical issue impacting the earning of 3x points on mobile wallet spending on some Altitude Reserve cards. Specifically, some mobile wallet transactions that are eligible to earn 3x have only been earning 1 point. Please rest assured that we are working to fix the error, and in the meantime, we will be crediting the appropriate points balances to all impacted card members. If your account has been impacted, you will see additional points deposited into your account within the next 2 to 3 weeks. They go on to say, we will, while we work to fix this error as quickly as possible, if you have not already done so, you can remove your Altitude Reserve card from your digital wallet and then re-add it to fix the technical issue immediately. Again, regardless of whether you take this action, all points will be remediated to your account. If you have any impacted transactions, we apologize for the inconvenience. There you go. Of course, they give a phone number and such. So there you go. They're going to fix it. It sounds like if you have the Altitude Reserve card, no matter what, you should remove it from all your digital wallets and re-add it just to be safe, even if they say they're going to push a fix to, I guess, the production world, so to speak. Still go ahead and take that action. I would also go back through your transactions and just double check. I got to imagine if you're someone using this card for mobile wallets and you have a good gauge of how many points they owe you. Last week we had a few people mess up. We built rewards and they gave us a few extra points. We had American Express mess up some 1099s and they didn't do anything. It would have been nice to see a few thank you points, interest earned on the points, if you will. I think they could have done that to build up some goodwill, but at least they acknowledged it, and they're going to take care of it. Again, that's primarily the reason why people like that card. So if you were affected by it, let me know. I know we do have a few big fans of the mobile wallet multiplier. So again, that's my fault. I just didn't realize it was a thing, or we would have covered it earlier. But that also, if you're U.S. Bank, that also lets you know how good you could be, but how irrelevant you might easily become. Because if this was a Chase or American Express thing, we'd be freaking out. People will be rioting in the streets. But again, the Altitude Reserve has more of a cult following. I think. Not that it's a bad card by any means, but you guys, you watch the show, you get the point. So anyways, that has been the news for this week. If you liked it, drop me a thumbs up down below and consider subscribing to the channels. We're posting content just like this every single week, and of course right back every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance, and of course every single day over on ProfitableContent.com. The channel's blog, we have the latest news stories. We have bank promotions like those U.S. Bank offers we talked about, and we have credit card offers. We don't have U.S. Bank, but all of our cards do work, so that's something. Go ahead and check that out. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon this week.